Hey, what's going on, guys? I get so many questions about recovery on the ketogenic diet or the low carb diet, especially from people who are in sports where they have to use a lot of fast twitch muscles. Some of you who are fighters, some of you who are tactical athletes, those of you who are still serving in the US military, in the infantry, or in the combat arms, those of you who do sports like lacrosse and football and wrestling, and those of you who are powerlifters. A lot of you want to try the ketogenic diet, but you're scared to because of recovery. And so what I want to get into today are some vital tips for proper recovery. I want to note that I just recently wrote an article about this, and you can find that up at warriorsoul@goji.com. But in this video, I want to go through a few of those tips. The article has 7 tips total. The first one is this. A lot of you are so concerned about the amount of protein, the amount of amino acids that you're taking, whether or not you're going to take a carbohydrate supplement, but you're not concerned about the amount of water you're drinking. You need to be. Water is probably the most vital element to your recovery that is in your regimen, or that should be in your regimen. And if you're not hydrated properly, it can seriously affect your performance. It could drive down your mental acuity, and it can seriously send you down the dumps toward adrenal burnout. You need to be making sure that you're drinking at least half your body weight in fluid ounces in water, plus an additional 10 ounces to cover all the extra activity that you're doing. The next thing, of course, is electrolytes. And I've talked about this extensively before, but a lot of you aren't getting enough minerals, especially if you're on a ketogenic diet or a low carb diet. And I want to point out that this applies to you whether you're on a ketogenic diet or not. Even if you are consuming carbs, chances are your minerals are depleted from the amount of activity you're doing, the amount you're sweating, and the amount of output you're giving. So it's vital that you are getting enough minerals to sustain your body's processes. And so one of the things I always tell people is to use Himalayan pink salt. It's got 84 different minerals in it, and it will cover important electrolytes like magnesium, like potassium, like chloride, like all of the things that keep those electrical impulses going across your muscles and that keep your body connecting with your brain. And without those electrolytes, all that water that you're drinking is going to go to waste. The third thing is this. You really want to make sure that you're getting omega-3s in your diet. This is so vital for all of you, but particularly those of you who are in danger of sustaining a traumatic brain injury or getting any other kind of concussion or head injury. Omega-3s are a protectant, a neuroprotectant. They help to protect your brain. And I've had Dr. Michael Lewis on my podcast before to talk about its importance and the fact that he's used omega-3s extensively to help heal traumatic brain injuries. You should be taking around 5,000 milligrams of high DHA triglyceride form omega-3s each day. And the reason why you want to do this is because of maximum absorption. But you also really want to make sure that you are not taking them too close to a workout. And the reason is that they can shut down inflammation like crazy, right? And that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Right after a workout, you want some inflammation to help to kickstart the recovery process. Inflammation is vital for us in doing so. And if you take too many anti-inflammatory substances right after a workout, it could shut down inflammation completely and seriously inhibit your recovery. You also want to really make sure that you are getting enough protein. And I've talked about the fact that you don't need as much protein on a ketogenic or low carbohydrate diet. But if you're a performance athlete, you're not like every other everyday people. You still need to have an adequate amount of protein to help you with recovery. So my suggestion here is to get at least 0.45 to 0.75 grams of protein per pound of body weight. You still don't want to be going up to that 1 to 2 grams per pound of body weight that most of bodybuilding publications suggest, but 0.45 to 0.75 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day will keep you in a state where you're getting adequate protein to fuel your processes. The other really cool thing about this is if you're on a ketogenic diet, this will also help to refuel your glycogen stores, which is important for fast twitch activity. And primarily, if you're on a ketogenic diet, your glycogen stores are going to be fueled through gluconeogenesis, which is a process where your amino acids get converted to glycogen in your muscles for muscle energy. So those are just a few of the tips there. I want to encourage you to go and check out the article. I'm going to put a link in the notes below. And if you really want to know how to do the keto diet the right way to help you with performance, to help increase your mental performance too, then check us out at www.warriorsoulketocamp.com.